congratulations. Speaking with the guys at NVIDIA, wow.
So as you may know by now, the entire mission of this channel is to make life-changing returns. Only life-changing returns, no boring returns. Life-changing returns. It's very difficult, but it's happening in the Bittensor Subnets. They are the best kept secret in all of finance, period. They're giving off the most insane APYs, passive income, and they have the same upside as small cap meme coins, and they're backed up by revolutionary technology. So I've been covering in a lot of these weekly videos how to get that life-changing passive income while we're waiting for the prices to rebound. Well, they're starting to rebound. So last week we talked about Subnet 1 Apex and Subnet 2 Omron. Today we're talking about Subnet 3 Templar and Subnet 4 Targon. So what is going on with these assets? Well, I've covered this before on this channel, but let's hear it from Jake Steeves himself, the head of the Open Tensor Foundation, who essentially created Bittensor. This is what he says about Templar.
Okay, so look, the pitch looks like this. The thing that separates open source AI from the frontier AI labs is the fact that the frontier AI labs, whether or not it's CCP-backed DeepSeek or $100 billion raise-backed Sam Altman, is that they have way more compute. Cracking decentralized training is the only way that a dispersed, decentralized group of individuals can pool compute and co-own a model together and overtake these frontier labs. We will be creating the largest large language models in the world, and there is incredible value there. Right now, our plan is to showcase that we can beat the state of the art and train the largest open source language models in the world with code contribution of a variety of different people. When we hit this, the mindshare value for Bittensor will be off the charts.
So what Subnet 3 is all about is training AI language models. If it can do it well and compete with big tech, then the value is absolutely enormous. Let's dive into whether or not it's successful. On May 31st, very recently, Templar said, we are pleased to announce the version 3 release. The release marks the launch of our next training run, scaling from 1.2 billion to 8 billion parameters. That is huge growth. Jake Steeves, again, the head of the Open Tensor Foundation, agrees. 1.2 billion to 8 billion is 1.2 to the power of 11. Templar is scaling with an exponential factor of 11. This means the next run will be a massive number. And he has a projection for what the next run would look like, but he lays it out here. So we're at 8 billion at Templar 3. The next goal will be 16 billion at Templar 4, 128 billion at Templar 7, and 1 trillion at Templar 10. What does that even mean? Let's compare it to what big tech is doing now. DeepSeek is a 671 billion parameter model. OpenAI, ChatGPT, 1.7 to 1.8 trillion parameter model. Claude, 3.4. Sonnet from Anthropic, 400 billion. QMOE reported to have 1.6 trillion. So that's big tech. So we're in the range of 400 billion parameter models to 1.5 trillion parameter models, or 1,500 billion parameter models. So what Jake Steeves is saying is that this growth trajectory, Templar 3, can be at the same level as big tech by the time Templar 9 rolls around. It is successful. It is growing. It is trending correctly. That is what we're saying. So just a massive step forward in growth. We're still early, but we're heading in the right direction to compete with big tech. And it's all happening with a decentralized crypto project, right? That's what makes this so massive. We can compete with big tech. The people involved with this subnet constantly brag about the training curve. As this goes down, the higher quality the model is and the more successful the training is, it keeps trending down. Again, it's trending in the right direction. And if it can keep trending in this direction, it will compete with big tech, and it will be worth hundreds of billions of dollars in theory one day. If you can compete with big tech, with a crypto project, with a subnet of Bittensor, that is mind-blowingly enormous. And so let's take a look at the chart. It is one of the pricier subnets. Fully diluted valuation, $798 million. As they succeed in training bigger and bigger models, the value of this subnet is just going to increase. So even though it's slightly on the pricier side, you're not getting in at a fully diluted market cap of like $10 million or $40 million like some of the others, you can rest assured that it's backed up by some of the most breakthrough technology on the planet, and it's trending in the right direction. We don't know if it's going to be able to compete with big tech, but we know it's trending there, and it's been very successful so far. So that is massive for this asset. Again, we don't go all in on any subnets, but should this one be part of a diversified portfolio? Absolutely. If they continue to be successful, it could be life-changing. And yes, it's paying unbelievable passive income in the meantime. So if you want to learn how to get set up with these assets, which wallets to use, how to cash out your passive income daily, securely, and which assets I'm buying, again, you can reach out to me on Patreon. You can message me anytime. But again, anyone who follows me on Patreon knows exactly how successful we are with this investment thesis. Unbelievable passive income. And yes, the assets we are in are seeing upside. The diversified portfolio is going up, which is very difficult with these subnets because the more expensive ones seem to trend down, right? And that's just because we've been in a risk-off environment. In a risk-on bull market, these assets, which are valued like meme coins and have very low liquidity, should skyrocket, right? They're way more valuable than your average meme coin. Way more valuable. So is this one extremely high quality? Absolutely. It gets an A+ for quality, not the most inexpensive one, but still worth dollar cost averaging in. And when you buy these assets, they kick off so much passive income. If you just leave the tokens that you earn in and let them compound, that's essentially dollar cost averaging. So that's Subnet 3. What about Subnet 4, Targon? Again, these early ones, extremely high quality. We've talked about Dippy AI. It's incubated by Barry Silbert's company, Yuma Labs, and they're kind of creating a front-facing AI agent interface that people can speak with and interact with. Here's one of the people involved with Dippy AI. Our goal with Dippy AI is to onboard 100 million plus users to Bittensor through a user-friendly interface. Dippy users utilize compute from Manifold Labs, Subnet 4, and models from Dippy AI, Subnet 11, and soon Subnet 58 without realizing it. So they are using Subnet 4. Subnet 4 is backed by Manifold Labs, which is deeply connected with the Bittensor ecosystem. Here's another example of other subnets within the Bittensor ecosystem using Subnet 4. Really awesome to share that we are now powering our AI for the leading Bittensor DEX, now powered by Bittensor itself. So TAO.app Savant, which is an AI agent that can be used on TAO.app, is now powered by, you guessed it, right? Subnet 4, Targon, Manifold Labs, and Subnet 64, Shoots AI. The owners of TAO.app are the owners of Latent Holdings, which owns Subnet 5, which we can talk about next week, and Subnet 14, which is Tau Hash, which mines Bitcoin. So again, another example of the adoption of Subnet 4. Now, Latent Holdings, which again owns Tau Hash and owns Subnet 5, has a public wallet. If you want to know the address of this public wallet, comment me below and I will post it down there. But you can go at taosats.io. You can put in this address and see exactly what Latent Holdings owns. Again, one of the most powerful companies within Bittensor. This is what they own. They own 2,704 Tau worth of Tau Hash, again, which they own, and they own 304 Tau worth of Targon. Those are their only two investments at this point. The rest is in Root. They have 6,782 Tau in this wallet on Root. So they have lots of capital. They're investing in the ecosystem. They've chosen Targon, Subnet 4, and they've chosen Tau Hash. Massive vote of confidence for Subnet 4. So Targon Subnet 4 is uniquely focused on confidential compute technology. It's the only subnet in the top 10 specifically built around hardware-enforced security for AI workloads. While others focus on general AI inference, training, or data, Targon provides secure execution environments. So unlike most other top subnets that can run on standard hardware, Targon requires specialized hardware. So the main thing that separates Targon is that it's solving a fundamentally different problem than the others: security and verifiability of AI computation rather than just performance or capability. It's positioning itself as the infrastructure layer for trustworthy AI in a decentralized world. So they are very focused on the infrastructure supporting AI models and compute, not so much what the AI models themselves are doing. And here are some updates. This is from the OpenTensor Foundation itself. Targon Virtual Machine is working with top NVIDIA engineers to bring end-to-end confidentiality, for AI workloads. So this is why it's getting so much adoption, because it's super high quality, it's confidential, it's secure. That's what they're focusing on. Specialized hardware. TAO.xyz is a new Bloomberg style terminal and wallet extension for the community.
It's so much fun to be up on stage here with teams like yourselves, where I'm just like, am I talking to a completely new cryptocurrency that doesn't exist inside the Bittensor ecosystem? Like, is this another top 100 cryptocurrency? It really should be. Like, this is so brilliant. And you guys are really the tip of the spear here for making this be a reality. Wow, congratulations. Speaking with the guys at NVIDIA, wow.
So that's, again, the head of the Open Tensor Foundation, Jake Steeves, giving a ringing endorsement of the subnet. So extremely high quality subnet. Subnet 3, Subnet 4. And look at the chart. It's down right now. It obviously is paying out unbelievable passive income and rewards while it's falling. So really, it has a built-in dollar cost average mechanism. But why is it falling? Because its fully diluted valuation is higher than most. But compare that fully diluted valuation to a bunch of garbage crypto assets. It's obviously way higher quality than a bunch of garbage crypto assets that don't have any tech behind them. This one has incredible tech behind it, incredible support. And so it's falling because it's in the, again, the upper end of valuations, and there's very little liquidity in the space, and we're in kind of a crypto bear market. So there's a lot of things going against it. Are we afraid of falling charts? Absolutely not. That's when the big money was made. The big money was made buying Amazon stock after it crashed 99%. So you want to buy falling ugly charts. So we're not afraid of ugly charts. Do we DCA into assets like this? Absolutely. So that's Subnet 3 and 4. Insane what is going on in the Bittensor ecosystem. Incredible endorsements by the head of the Open Tensor Foundation, Jake Steeves. Are they a little expensive? Yes, but that's only relative to other Bittensor subnets. Definitely not relative to the rest of the crypto space. And you can earn life-changing passive income in the meantime if you're willing to stake these subnet tokens. Again, if you have any questions about how to get set up and started with these subnets, you can message me anytime on Patreon. But in the meantime, just get very excited about being one of the few people to understand what is going on